It's Tracy and Noel. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 159. I'm your host, comedian Tracy Carnazzo, joined by comedian Noel W. Herzog.
You're like making my week every week.
I am so happy that I could do just this little thing for you. Just, support my favorite charity.
First of all, not nice. Second of all, what I'm really grateful for you
tell me.
is that I'm in my bathrobe
Yes.
in my extra bedroom in my house recording this with you, and I have the freedom to do that.
You have the freedom to do that because we're
Of
just
you.
I was like, I don't know what happened.
No, I have the freedom to do that because of you. Because you're like,
Noel. First
what?
of all, we are an equal team, and please do not talk like that about yourself. I would be nothing without you.
I love you, but it's also like, okay, think about it like this: we always podcasted together, and now we podcast,
and now I don't have to
from
see you
home.
anymore. And
now
that's
you don't
the
have
best.
to see me.
And then we record over Zoom, guys, and I even close my eyes when we do it, so I don't have to see her.
She shuts her camera off.
I shut my camera off. I'm like, Noel, my video chat's broken. Sorry.
I
have no
See
service.
me.
If you guys want more of this amazingly witty banter, please go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast, where you can get over 8,012,000,000 of our bonus episodes. And also we're covering 90 Day Fiance, the single life over there. So go over there, join us. It's going to be so much fun. You're not going to regret it. No one goes
back. Single life is fun.
Once they go Patreon, they never go back.
Okay. I wouldn't go back.
Never.
Like I've said, real quick, I've tried to join a lot of Patreons on a lot of podcasts. None of them have as much content.
Oh my God.
I'm not a hater.
Noel, I spend most of my day working on the Patreon.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and I'm not being
both
a hater
of us,
because I love listening to podcasts, and I want to help podcasts by joining their Patreon. And it's like, you don't get a fraction of what we give. So it's like, guys, come join.
Come join over the Patreon. Join. We're here to talk about Before the 90 Days, season 5, episode 9. And I have a disclaimer.
Okay.
All right. So I spoke to my mom. So this comes out on Sundays, right? On Discovery Plus. And I spoke to my mom Sunday morning, and she was like, Tracy, Alina and Caleb, they had all old scenes. I thought I was watching the same episode from last week. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw someone post in our Facebook group. They were like, hey, what happened? Why are they just showing us old scenes like we're stupid and we don't know any better? So last night I watched the show and I was like, am I stupid? Because I've never seen this before.
Right.
And so I posted in the group and I was like, hey guys, I've never seen any of these scenes. And then I'm like, did I not watch last week's episode?
Right.
And it turns out they had put old scenes, or like one scene only, in the original version. And then I guess they realized that they screwed up and they put in. So if you guys saw old scenes or one scene or whatever you saw, go back and rewatch, because they kind of wrap up their story.
Yeah, there is a ton of Alina and Caleb this episode, but I'm assuming that this is it for them now.
Yeah, I'm assuming. So we're going to get into that. Let's start off with Gino and Jasmine. I will say this.
Yeah.
There was not a lot on anyone else
besides Alina and Caleb.
Yeah. So I'm looking at my notes and I'm like, was I being lazy?
No, you weren't, because I have a bunch of notes on Alina and Caleb, a little bit on everyone else, but like really nothing crazy.
Like I had to try to get notes.
Right. Well, they only showed us Gino and Jasmine twice.
Right. In the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start off with Gino and Jasmine. So he had sent naked photos of her to his ex, and he denies it. So she's like, look, Gino, you did. And he's like, let me see.
Disgusting.
Like he's going to discover something about himself. Like, what do you mean? And it's almost like he was going to take out some reading glasses.
Right. Like, let me see what you got here.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I did send naked photos of you. So everyone's saying like people are body shaming her, saying like, I don't know if body shaming is the right word, but they're like, she shows everything on TV. What does she
that
care?
Matter?
And it's like, I don't think you guys are understanding what's happening here. It's not about like this woman seeing the photos of Jasmine. That's not the issue here. The issue here is that he's being very creepy and he's using her he's using her to get someone else jealous.
He's disgusting.
That's what it is.
If he didn't think what he was doing was wrong, he wouldn't lie about it or hide it.
Of course. So she's crying and he's like, no, it's okay. I was just showing her those photos to show her, like as revenge. And it's like,
right. So like, you're using me now?
I don't know why he thought that was a better explanation.
Right. Like, I think he thought she would feel
be
good
flattered.
be flattered because he's like, oh, look, like I've upgraded to you.
And sure, listen, I kind of understand what he thinks he's saying.
Yeah.
But that's not how this works. He's objectifying her disgustingly.
He betrayed her.
He betrayed her. He's objectifying her. He is using her. This is terrible. And I don't care how much of her body she shows us, puts out there, posts online. It doesn't matter. It's the intent behind it that is the problem.
Right. And I don't care what he sent her. I don't care what he sent his ex. If it was full on nudes, not bikini pictures.
I don't care if he sent her a picture of her in her prom dress.
But that's what I mean. It doesn't matter. It's
the fact that he's like, hey, it's so important for me to contact you.
Disgusting.
Because I'm still sitting here on vacation with my possible fiance thinking about you.
Yeah, right. He's a pig.
Yes. So they're filming her a lot. So she has on this thong bathing suit.
Yes.
And all they do is follow her from behind.
Right. All I'm seeing is her ass jiggle the whole time, which she looks good. I'm not complaining because she looks great in her bathing suit.
And I'm like, if she did not have a thong bathing suit on, would they be chasing her so much with the cameras?
They'd be standing in front of her and she'd be walking at them.
Exactly. So also, I love her cover up.
So do I. I like her look.
I like her look too. And I will say this. I think that in this episode, because I think she has like not as much makeup on. She's like not as dolled up.
Done up.
I think she's way better looking than she's ever even been.
Well, yeah, so do I. I don't think that she's ever not been good looking.
No.
Course.
But
yeah,
I think
she's more natural.
Yes, she looks even better. So she said, but the funny thing is she's still projecting her anger in the wrong places.
Yeah.
She says, you were still talking to that bee.
Right.
This girl looked out for you, contacted you, told you everything, warned you. Why is she? Why are we calling her names?
Our friend John Yates posted the screenshots between Jasmine and her. I didn't post them because everybody that has been posting them has been reported for bullying and stuff. So I did not want to go through that, but Jasmine was so mean to this girl. And she's calling her like disgusting. You're a sex worker. You're this or that. First of all, who cares?
Right.
She's looking out for you. And her anger, she is so mean to Gino's ex. And it's like, you don't even know her and she's looking out for you and you're being so mean to her. And it was just like, but like really degrading. Like, you're a pig, you're this, you're that, you're a slut, this. And it's like, oh my God, what did she do to you?
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, this is very obvious. What's going on is that she's feeling very insecure about what's happening here.
Yeah.
And she's projecting onto the wrong person. And I think that if she could take a step back when everything calms down and like, if she really looks at the situation, she'll see like, this has nothing to do with this girl. And if anything, this girl helped you.
Right. Well, that's the thing. And I think that this is something like a lot of women do. They blame the woman.
Yeah, for sure. So he said that it was a joke, that she's explosive, because he basically, our favorite term he used, he was like, oh, she's a spicy Latina. And she's like, he's like, no, it was a joke. And she's like, oh my God, LOL, Gino.
He was like talking shit about her while she was napping.
But he had like a smirk on his face.
He doesn't care.
So she's going to be changing rooms. She takes the toothbrush.
I would have done that.
1,000%. She opens the front door. She doesn't even throw it in the garbage. She opens the front door of the hotel room and she throws it in the bushes. And he goes, what did you just throw? And she goes, some garbage.
Yep.
So funny.
I love that. So now when he walks out, he could see it.
So he's telling this girl, these are old texts. So this girl's trying to like show Jasmine the entire picture of who Gino is. Mm-hmm. And he's talking on the text like, I'm really good to my sugar babies. I pay them $200 to $250 per meetup.
Right. And Jasmine's like, what the hell is this? What,
right.
Like, what? Mm-hmm.
So I've seen a lot of Jasmine hate because people are like, yeah, well, he was paying for her stuff and this and that. Now, I don't know if you know this, but in relationships, you know, there's a lot of people that pay for their other.
Yeah.
The fact that he's giving $200 to $250 in cash to spend an evening with a woman, is very different than, say, paying your girlfriend's rent.
Right. Like Matt pays my cell phone bill.
We're finding out a lot about you today.
Right. But you know what I'm saying?
Baby.
Like, what a sugar baby I am.
Right. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's the intent.
Yes.
It's the intent. So, I mean, that's kind of like where he's, and sure, a lot of men and a lot of women look at Kimberly.
No, totally. I don't know. I hate that he's playing dumb. That's what bothers me.
So he's all the way busted. And she is like, you old, depressing man.
I like it.
Now, also, so he's sitting there with a shaved beard.
Yeah.
In the confessional, there's two different lengths of his beard. One of them is out of control. And then one of them is a medium length. And
really?
They're going back and forth from his medium length to his out of control.
Huh. Okay.
So she said that she's going to get a great sugar daddy. So this is the funny part. I don't know. I kind of like understand exactly what she's saying. She's saying if she's going to be a sugar baby and get a sugar daddy, she's going to get like
be him.
Right. She's going to get like one that spends a lot of money on her, like all
I'm
gonna
get like Jeff Bezos,
exactly.
Right? You know, or however you say Bezos.
No, that was good.
That's what I'm gonna get. Yeah,
right. And that's what she was saying.
I'm not gonna get Gino who eats frozen pot pies for dinner every night.
Exactly. Sends me $20 for my
nails.
Needs.
Right.
So
for
that
toothbrush heads.
Right. Is what happens when she needs a replacement head.
Right. That's true. He's gonna have to replace it.
Oh my God. So Jasmine wears a ton of activewear.
Yes, she does.
And so do we.
I love activewear. It's all I wear.
Working out is hard enough, so you may as well make what you're wearing an easy decision. Girlfriend Collective makes sustainable, soft, supportive activewear that feels as good as it looks, so you can look forward to moving your body. Girlfriend Collective creates responsibly sourced activewear for everyone from size extra, extra small to 6XL. Noelle, we've been wearing Girlfriend Collective. I love these leggings.
They're so comfortable. They're so soft.
They're very soft. I have a matching sports bra. So do you.
Me too.
And they've got you covered from head to toe. Find pants with different compression levels for ultimate comfort. Supportive and soft bras and underwear, workout dresses, joggers, sweats, beanies, and even cute slide sandals. And Girlfriend makes their items in your go-to staple colors, but they also make fun, bright colors and new seasonal releases to choose from. They also have a garment take-back program called Re-Girlfriend. So once you're done loving your pieces, a long time from now, of course, send them back to be upcycled into new girlfriend gear. Feel good in what you wear, whatever you're doing with Girlfriend Collective. For listeners of the show, Girlfriend Collective is offering $25 off your purchase of $100 or more when you go to girlfriend.com/90dayfiance. That's $25 off $100 or more when you go to girlfriend.com/90dayfiance. Girlfriend.com/90dayfiance.
All right.
Okay, so let's talk about Mike and Jimena. So they're going to this romantic restaurant and she is wearing a full sequins dress.
Yep.
And her dad is in jeans and a golf shirt.
I know. I'm looking at her dad and I'm like, poor guy.
Nobody
told him to dress up.
No one's going to the same party.
No.
I don't know if the right term is the motley crew at this dinner is just amazing.
And the thing is, what I was thinking was they're sitting down at this beautiful dinner.
Right.
And Mike is talking about like how nice it is and the view is, and their back is towards the view.
Okay. Not only that, the dad's like, Mike, this is a really nice view. And he goes, thank you.
He says, te amo.
No, he says, te amo.
Yeah. That's all he says.
But he whispers it.
I know. It's so crazy. You know, ever since you pointed it out, I notice it because he does it to her like the whole episode.
I dare you to whisper to my son, te amo.
But that's what I mean. Te amo. Yuck.
Yuck. I would have called 911.
Yeah. Yuck. You're a predator.
So she did not even wash her hair for this dinner.
She doesn't wash it for a lot of dinners, I don't think.
For a lot of dinners or even breakfasts.
Do you think she washed it for the extra al dente spaghetti? No.
No, definitely not. For the cholera spaghetti? No.
No.
She wants him to practice all of the things that he's been working on.
Good hygiene.
So what are you trying to practice not farting? He's like, yeah, I've been sitting at home and I just hold my farts in and I explode. Mm-hmm.
He's practicing not burping while kissing her.
So he makes a speech. Mm-hmm. What is happening here?
You can tell there's something wrong off here.
Definitely something wrong. So he makes a speech. She starts crying, but she's crying like bad crying. She's crying like she's watching her whole family get murdered.
She's crying like because she knows her life is about to be over. She's gonna sign her life away.
Yeah, she's like, this is what I have to do. Oh my God, this is what I have to do.
This is a mother's love for her children. That's what this is. This is a testament to a mother's love.
So the ring comes, the cake comes.
Right.
If I saw that cake and you proposed to me with that cake, I would say no.
Well, it's not gluten-free, I'm sure.
Well, first of all, it's not gluten-free. And second of all, it looks like the woman that made your wedding cake made that cake.
That's all I thought of. I'm like, where's the bridge?
There's no bridge with a wedding party. Come on, guys. These highlights that she has.
Yes. Interesting.
They're not for her.
They're not for her. That's a nice way to put it. They're not for her.
Well, surprisingly, she says yes.
Mm-hmm.
So now her dad is crying because
I know that was cute.
No, you know why? Because he's like, finally,
they're gonna leave.
She hit the lotto.
Oh, I was thinking finally she's gonna move out.
No, he was crying the way people in the audience cry when their family's on a game show
and they win.
Like, you know, it's like to the
showcase showdown.
Yes.
It's like, we're gonna get a car and a fridge.
We're gonna get this wonderful speedboat.
Right. Yes.
His dreams literally came true in front of our eyes. And this is the funny thing. Mike pretended in the last few episodes that he cared that she was not interested in having more kids.
Right.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He didn't
mention it one time since then.
Listen, she was like, I'm not going to have any more kids. And he's like, Jimena, I am very sad about this realization today. I will have to think about this situation today.
But he won't think about anything. This is what people always say, like, oh, I don't know now.
Okay. He doesn't. I don't think he does a ton of thinking in general.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think it's very limited.
I think that he's totally fine. I think he also has never been around children. Now he's like, oh shit, this is not easy. I can't have more than her 2 kids.
Right. But also he's like, I'll do whatever she wants me to do.
Oh yeah, of course. He's desperate. Like he loves her so much he has to propose. This is a love story to him.
Okay. So I'm watching this and I'm like, is there something wrong with me?
Why?
Just in general, watching this entire show, right? It's like if you meet someone and you talk to them for a few days and nothing happens, is that love?
No.
Because I'm confused. I'm like, am I too hard on people?
There does not seem to be one couple on here that are in love.
Right. Because like I've been to the bodega. And I've gotten like a sandwich.
And
I've had a very regular rapport with the guy at the bodega. Like, were we in love?
Maybe.
Because nothing is nothing is they meet.
I
they
know.
say hello.
I know.
And then all of a sudden they're all in love. And but they can't even speak to each other.
That's what I don't get. It's like, also, okay, so say you can't speak to each other, you're using the translator. Right. Are you having these deep conversations where you actually know each other?
Right. Or you like El gato está en la calle.
Right.
I don't understand it. And like all of these couples, like what is the connection?
Right. It's so weird. I don't understand it.
You meet and then you're like, all right, this is fine. Like that's what they're saying. This is fine.
Mm-hmm. I'll settle for this. Maybe this is what he thinks love is.
I know. And then I was like, am I being too judgmental of people? Like, is that why I am not married to someone?
No, I think you're being smart about it, I would say.
I was talking to my friend Chris this weekend, and he was talking about 90 Day Fiance, and he was trying to explain it to our other friends. And he was like, yeah, it's like all these Americans who like no one else will marry. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
The show should be called Unmarriable Americans.
But it is, though. It's like, what other reason would you go to another country? Not that, listen, there's nothing wrong. No, like, say you're on vacation, you meet someone fine.
So this is what I was going to say. Like the Tanya and Sinjin thing, like that's like a whirlwind romance kind of thing.
Totally.
But the fact that you are actively seeking out like the David and what's her name? What was the one in Russia?
Alina?
No, David.
No. David and what was her name?
Why are we like this? Everyone's probably screaming right now at the podcast.
Okay, guys, scream louder. I can't hear you. That's right. Oh man.
Lana.
Okay, I thought it was like Alina. Yeah, close.
That was pretty close. It's like David and Lana, like you're actively seeking out.
Yeah.
There was no connection. You've never connected. You never felt a connection. You don't know what a connection feels like.
And then you propose.
Can you imagine? Now let's take it a step back from marriage. Okay. I'm talking online to some woman in, I don't know, Japan.
Sure.
And she's like, hi, how are you? I was like, good. How are you? And then I'm like, do you like baseball? And she's like, I like baseball. Do you like baseball? And then we have a 5-minute conversation. And then I'm like, hey, do you want to be my best friend?
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Yeah, of course it is.
But yet, if it's marriage, it's okay.
That's the thing. So it's like,
I don't even want to be casual friends with someone that I don't know.
Exactly.
Like it takes so long to get there, even with just a friendship.
I feel like you can't force something like that, just like you can't force something like this. And these people are like Mike is from upstate New York.
Right.
So he's from upstate New York. I guess he can't find anyone there to date.
Okay. Let me tell you about where he lives in upstate New York.
Columbia? I don't know where he lives.
It's not that far.
Oh yeah. Wait, I do. Right. Rockland County, right?
Yeah, it's not that far. There's no reason.
He can't go to Manhattan.
Right. But the reason, like maybe there's something about him that has prevented him or held him back from finding someone compatible.
Right. Well, that's the thing. But going to Columbia is not going to change who you are.
Right.
In that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like there's something so strange. But I will tell you, I do have a happy ending story. I met you on a website and we really clicked.
The hell website did we meet on?
Remember when I went to your country to get you?
Where was I from?
You don't remember?
No, I don't even speak the language anymore.
I did that laser thing on you.
You
like in Men in Black.
You just deleted my whole memory.
I deleted it. Yeah.
I'm an imposter.
No, you've just really what's it called? Like what is it called?
Matriculated.
You just really fit in now. That's basically what I'm trying to say.
I just fit in. I don't even have an accent.
No, you used to.
Interesting. I would love to hear me with a real accent.
The cake is chocolate. That's such a bold move.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like, does everyone like chocolate cake? You get this cake. Maybe it's half chocolate, half vanilla, but like he goes all chocolate for the cake.
I don't know. I feel like
what's the filling?
I don't know. Probably something fruity and yucky.
Oh God, I hate
like
chocolate.
Gelled fruit.
Okay, well, I just said no a million times more to
so
him.
It's gelled fruit and gluten. Tracy's favorite things: gel and wheat.
I hate gel and wheat. Jelly wheat. He said that he's going to come back in a few months to get married. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is like a factory.
Yes, it is. He doesn't not even know her. But if I were him and I was a normal person that really liked kids, I would feel like I would want to be a dad to these kids. And that's what would make me want to marry her.
I don't think that's what's making him want to marry her. I think that that's what she comes with. And he's totally 100% accepting of it because he wants that, you know, the whole family.
No, I don't think that's what's making him marry her. But I'm saying if it were me, that would what would make me want to marry her. Not because we have some love story.
Right. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So he's going to try to
I think that's why she wants to marry him too, to have a father for her children.
You think?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, wow. What a
groundbreaking observation.
Noelle. All right. So he's going to try to get the spousal visa.
Right.
And then he gives Harold his cowboy hat.
I know.
It's very cute, but also
it's because he probably can't fly with it.
Can't fly with that hat.
Yeah.
And then at the end, we see her whole family sitting on the couch.
Okay. You sent me a picture of it.
Noelle. What goes on in that living room?
Everything, apparently.
It's like they sit there and watch.
Everything happens in there.
They look like they're sitting Shiva constantly.
But that's what was funny. You sent me the picture and you're like, sitting Shiva.
They're all in different outfits for different parties.
I know. You know, this family goes to a lot of different parties. They don't spend much time together. I don't think.
Her sister, I mean, do they all live on that couch? Her sister looks like Wednesday Addams.
I know. I like her style.
So she wants to move to New York. Wait until she finds out. She wants to marry him now. She wanted to marry him on the way to the airport.
But the crazy thing is the coming attractions.
Yes.
Now she doesn't like him anymore. What's going to happen?
I don't know if she doesn't like him or maybe she's just like panicking that she doesn't want to wait for him. So she's trying to find someone else.
Maybe, or maybe she's done playing the game. I don't know.
No, I think this is all about, you know, money and getting married and coming to America.
Well, that's the thing. I was wondering if she changed her mind about coming to America, like she met someone else and now she just wants his money. I don't know. So she brings him to the airport. She gives him a blessed cross. She's crying hard though. Right. But is she crying because it's like, gross, this is my future. One day I'm not going to be able to say goodbye to him.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Or is she crying because she's sad? I don't know.
If I was at the airport with Mike and you were like, now you're going to have to kiss him.
You would cry.
Very hard.
I would be crying happy tears. He's going home.
Right. But I would be crying, sobbing, like the kind that you can't catch your breath really, because I wouldn't want to kiss him.
Okay. I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to kiss him either.
At all.
He's probably one of the least on the show I would want to kiss.
I think they're all the least.
But that's what I mean. There's nobody on this show I want to kiss, but there's a hierarchy.
There's definitely a hierarchy.
And he is not up there.
We should definitely make a list.
There's a pecking order.
We need the pecking order. We need to make some kind of flow chart.
Yeah.
For sure. I want to talk to you about something on Wondery's podcast, Even the Rich. Co-hosts Brooke and Arisha share the stories behind some of the most famous and infamous celebrities in history, from Madonna to Britney Spears, from the Kardashians to the House of Gucci. And in an all-new season, they investigate shocking kidnapping of heiress Patty Hearst. Even the Rich gives you the inside scoop on the drama that keeps these families in the spotlight, how these dynasties were built, and the lengths they are willing to go to protect the family name. This show is part history, part comedy, part gossip, and completely fascinating. And if you want a little more Brooke and Arisha in your life, they're the perfect guides to give you your daily dose of celebrity gossip on Rich and Daily.
Ooh.
Rich and Daily is the perfect podcast to keep you up to speed on all of the secrets, scandals, and news in the entertainment world. How is Britney's new life? Brooke and Arisha definitely have something to say about it. Noelle, we love Wondery podcasts.
I love Wondery podcasts. That's like, I listen to so many, but Only the Rich, very good. I've listened to like the whole backlog.
Listen to Even the Rich, Patty Hearst, and Rich and Daily on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, or you can listen ad-free by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app.
Do it.
Let's talk about Ben.
Ben pisses me off.
Well, he's working out and he's sad.
Listen, I get it. Be sad, but stop being a moron.
Yeah, but he's in his happy place in the gym.
Okay. I hate when people say that. Teach me how to be obsessed with the gym. Teach me how addicting it is. I would like to be addicted to it.
You know what's addicting?
What?
Laying down, being happy, smiling,
eating cheese. Right, smiling.
Resting.
It's so true.
Well, he wrote a story. It's a beautiful story. It's called The Runaway Train. I think this may or may not be one of his sermons from when he was a cult preacher.
Tracy, when he's telling the story, I'm like, are you actually for real? Is this happening? He takes himself very seriously.
But do you remember he's a preacher in a cult?
I know. I forget.
This is a sermon. This is 100% a sermon. I thought he was going to talk about like a lamb that they found in the forest. Like this. I was like, yeah, no, I know. I've heard these stories before. And I love how when he says bailar.
I don't know what that means.
En español, bailar, to dance. Yeah. He says bailar.
I think that's what it was. I didn't know what the hell he was saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a cute story, but how is it relevant?
Okay. It's not though.
That's what I couldn't understand.
Okay. So I think that story, if you guys listen to it, it's about basically the train is going to crash. So you can't do anything about it. You might as well dance.
Instead of panicking, you might as well enjoy your last moment. Right.
Okay. So if we're thinking about their story, there's nothing to do. Are we, the relationship's crashing and he wants to
But that's what I don't understand. It's not, is it some toxic relationship and they're just going to enjoy it? Well, they can't, like, what's happening?
It doesn't make any sense.
Because it actually seems like there's no movement.
Okay. So if I wasn't going to meet this guy and then he sent me this text, I would again not want to meet him all the way.
Right. But that's what I would especially not want to meet him now. Yes.
Oh God. So he's
weird.
He's calling his friend Jason and he's telling him what's happening. And Jason is smirking.
Jason's like, hate to say I told you so, bud.
She's ghosting him all the way. And then he starts talking about how he's been catfished before. And he was talking to someone, but their phone was broken and they couldn't video chat.
I mean, this is where you call Neve.
Guys, if you love catfish, we have a podcast called Catfish Trash Talk. Check it out.
It's so true, though. And it's like, here's the thing. Okay, fine. Say yesterday she didn't respond to him. She's still not responding to you. Take a hint.
Well, he thinks that she's just scared because of what happened with her dad.
Of the runaway train? Like, what are you afraid of? What the hell is she afraid of?
She's afraid because her dad isn't really supporting this.
But imagine I did things that my dad wasn't supportive of when I was a teenager. It's just so stupid.
Everyone really cares so much. So he wants to go to San Bartolo. He wants to see if she's going to meet him a la David and Lana in a cafe.
I was like, this is David.
Yeah. So he said that now he's so delusional that he's getting dressed and they're showing his feet. And he's like, these are my feet. I have to hide them from mahogany. You really aren't getting this. Like at all. You think that like she's never going to see your feet, bro.
He really thinks,
or your hands.
I think that's what bugs me is
or
like
your face.
Like David, he truly believes.
He doesn't know if she's getting the text messages.
Oh, that's a good one.
So he calls her, and then I love this. He calls her and he goes, "Oh my God, I wouldn't even know what to say. I don't think I'm ready for her to pick up." Well, guess what? Good thing you're not ready because she's not gonna.
But you're ready to sit across from her at a restaurant?
You're not ready for her to pick up because you know she's not going to pick up. So you're pretending that this is a great thing. So she texts him back while he's on his way.
Right.
So he texts her and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to be in San Bartolo. Meet me at this restaurant." And she says, San Bartolo is far from Lima.
Right. So San Bartolo, it's like, what does that mean though?
I don't know.
It's very distant from Lima. So does that mean I don't want to travel that far? You shouldn't travel that far. What does it mean?
Apparently she's supposed to be in San Bartolo.
Right. Because that's where she's from.
Right. So
she was supposed to meet him at the airport, stay in Lima with him for a night, and then go to San Bartolo with her.
Right.
So now
he's assuming that she's in San Bartolo.
Right.
But is she trying to say that she's in Lima?
That's what I was thinking. Right.
I don't know. So he's crying. He says he's been so deprived of love, blah, blah, blah. And he wants her to meet him there at 8:30 p.m.
Everybody on Instagram is saying that she's real. So
because I saw something on Instagram where she had a profile on Instagram, someone reposted and someone was like, "Hey, are you real?" And she's like, "I'm very real. Just watch."
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. But I don't know. Is that like a decoy?
Right. A sexy decoy. Is this Maury?
I don't know. But I am seeing that Ben is definitely making up stories.
Yes.
Sometimes doing less can lead to so much more. Dipsea Stories believes in less analyzing and more feeling your feelings, less stressing and more easing into things, less scrolling and more savoring the moment, less pressure and more pleasure. Dipsea Stories is an app full of sexy audio stories, and now they even have brand new written stories. No matter who you're into or what turns you on, Dipsea helps bring the stories to life anytime, anywhere, even if you're traveling from Lima to San Bartolo.
All right.
Close your eyes and let yourself get lost in a world where only good things happen and pleasure is your only priority. Explore your fantasies in a safe, shame-free way. There are hundreds of stories to choose from, and they release new content every week. So there's always more to explore. And Noelle,
Tracy,
they also have wellness sessions to help you wind down and explore, and sleep sessions to help you drift off.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
I think Ben needs a wellness session.
I think so too.
For listeners of the show, Dipsea is offering an extended 30-day free trial when you go to dipseastories.com/90dayfiance. That's 30 days of full access for free when you go to Dipsea, DIPSEA stories.com/90dayfiance. Dipseastories.com/90dayfiance.
Cool.
All right, let's talk about the meat of this episode.
And I think the last of them,
Alina and Caleb.
All right.
They go to dinner. He's looking very nervous.
It's only a few days left.
He said he wishes they had more time to feel each other out.
She doesn't like that.
Okay, but I wouldn't like that either. But it's so funny because that's something I would say.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know. I feel like I wish we knew each other better and we just don't. So I have to go now.
Right. I wish we could extend the trip longer, but we can't.
He's friend zoning her.
Yes.
He's like, yeah, we're friends. He's
like,
also, he seems so nervous and disturbed that he looks like he's twitching.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
She wants to be exclusive and she's like, what are you afraid of commitment? And he's like, yeah, I am. Okay. I want to tell you a story about being afraid of commitment.
Tell me.
That's not a real thing. So you're not afraid of commitment. You're afraid of committing to someone that you don't want to commit to.
Yeah, they're wrong. It's the wrong person. If someone's afraid of committing to you, usually it's because you're the wrong person.
Also, do you notice that she's
not the wrong person, but that's not the person they want?
That's not the person for you.
That's what I mean. Right.
She speaks sometimes like Elijah. Like when she's demanding
like twist things. Oh yeah, she does demand things. She's like, I want an answer now. All right. Well, you're going to get
I need an answer now. Right.
Yeah.
Just like how Elijah was doing. So he feels very forced. And he said that she deserves someone that could be her aide.
Okay. That was rough.
Now, I definitely think that this is heavy stuff.
Yeah, sure.
But I think that he's being honest.
I don't think that what he's saying is wrong.
It's
like
just,
for him, it's too much for him. Okay.
It's too much for him. So now something that I've learned.
Yeah.
In, I don't know, therapy. Not you don't have to be accepted by everyone.
Yeah, of course.
Not everyone's going to like you for whatever reason they choose, and they have every right not to.
It's very hard to accept that.
But that's not your person.
I know.
And the minute that you stop trying to force people or prove yourself to people, or, especially in a partner situation, like that's going to stress you out.
Right. And why do you want to do that to yourself?
Because it's just a life of unhappiness. Because even if she could convince him now,
you have to convince him.
You have to convince him. And then like deep down inside, that's not what he wants.
Yep.
So you're going to spend your life feeling guilty or, thinking that you're
going to have to keep convincing him.
Yes, because
that's
this
the
is
problem.
not what, yes. Now she gets this salad.
Right.
She's squeezing a lemon on top of this salad. Like her life depends on it. There's a lot of stuff on top of the salad. Like there's
I did not look at it.
Yeah. And so first of all, I want to know, did she not get dressing? Is this just a lemon wedge?
Maybe it's just lemon oil salad.
Okay. Now here's the other thing. There's everything on top of her salad. And then all of a sudden it's just like romaine lettuce.
Well, that was the part that I saw. I suddenly was that maybe she just ate the top off.
Okay. And then I was like, that's what I would do, especially if there was no dressing.
Yeah.
I would probably just eat the accoutrements.
Right. Like the tomato or the chicken or whatever.
The chicken, the cheese, whatever's happening on top. And I was like, what a shame that they didn't chop and toss that salad.
I love a chopped salad.
Also, dress it.
Yeah.
Unless she ordered it like that. So she's just basically like, yes or no.
Okay, but this is a problem I've seen with women, especially on the show. That does not work. The yes or no, you're always going to get the answer you don't want.
Okay, now this is something that I've also learned via Instagram quotes. If you're confused and if you're not sure if he's into you, he's not.
He's not.
It's either yes or no. And if the answer is not all the way definitely blaring yes, then it's no.
You know, unfortunately, because I've been rejected so many times, you know when someone's crazy about you. You just know.
If you're ever confused, it's no.
It's the truth.
She asked him to sleep on the couch, and it's going to be their last day together. So they're going to go on a boat ride.
Right.
And his shirt is all the way unbuttoned.
It's billowing.
Do they have in their contract that they have to have their chests exposed in every scene? Both of them?
Yes. Okay. I know her chest is out a lot.
So is his. He never has a shirt on.
I know.
If he does, it's unbuttoned.
I know. And then also like his hair, he could do more to it than what he does.
You think?
Yeah. Bothers me.
He always has no shirt on. And now, so he has no shirt and jeans on. And she has on her nightie, and he has his tan line from the boat.
What a tan line too.
This
very
is
silly.
Should have buttoned it up. And then he says, quote, "I'm not used to dating little people."
Okay.
It scares him to be with her long term. And I think that what he's trying to say here is like, you know, he's like, I don't know if this is what I want my life to be. He's like, you know, things are really different where I'm from. Like my couch is outside.
Right. I have an outside couch. You have an inside couch.
Right. Like our worlds are not going to collide as well as you think they are. So,
this was sad. It made me sad to watch it.
He said that he doesn't want to have to help someone so much. And she feels
he's very independent.
Okay. But I understand that. And like I said, I don't know if it's necessarily nice or not nice, but he's being honest and that's not your person.
Sure.
No one has to like you.
No one has to like you. And like, it is a lot for someone.
Okay.
It just is.
Can we talk about, let's explore this idea.
Okay.
Now, Alina also, she needs assistance. I don't think he likes her.
No, it has nothing to do with her size. That's the thing.
I think that it's very hard to help someone and assist someone that you don't like.
They don't seem to have chemistry or fun together because all she does is pressure him into being in a relationship.
Like right off the bat.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Right off the bat. Elijah wasn't nice to him either.
I do not believe that they were such good friends.
No chance.
There's absolutely no friendship chemistry. With them. You and I
chemistry.
Have so much more fun than Alina and Caleb.
Hell yeah, we do. We have more fun than any of these couples do.
And that's kind of sad though.
I know. Because you wanna have fun with the person. Like you want to enjoy your time with them instead of like dreading it.
And I don't think that and while listen, I think that of course it's a burden. And I don't know if that's the right word to use, but like it is a burden to have to help someone all the time and have to accommodate people. It is not so much of a burden when you are in love with them all the way.
No, of course not. It's a lot to even think about.
Sure. So I think that that's the real problem. While I don't think he's lying.
I don't think he's lying.
I just think it's a burden for him to assist someone so much that he's not in love with.
Right. Or that he's maybe about.
He's not maybe about her at all.
Yeah. I don't know.
she said that she's tired of being rejected for that reason. And again, if we're looking at the bigger picture, are you being rejected for that reason?
No, I don't think he or she is.
I think that maybe you got to look inside of yourself.
Right. I think that
maybe wait until you actually have a real connection with someone and find someone that you don't have to wonder if they're into you, and you don't have to give ultimatums to 2 days after meeting them in person.
Because she just wants a boyfriend. She just wants a commitment. That's the problem.
Yeah. And that's a bad personality trait, and that has nothing to do with her physical anything.
Yes.
Okay. Well, he holds her now. See, now
I know it was all sad to watch.
It's sad to watch, but like also I definitely see where she was led on.
I don't think by holding her that's leading.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of
I think that you're probably never going to see each other again.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's just be together right now.
Sure. So she's packing to leave, and she makes a joke like, "Oh, maybe I won't bring your gifts because I can't fit them."
And he's like, "You want?"
He's like, "All right, I don't care."
Right.
So they're breaking up, and she's like, "Oh, I'm losing one of my best friends for 13 years." No, you're
not. Stop saying that.
You're losing some guy that you met online 13 years ago, and
that you didn't even talk to,
and reconnected with on a dating app.
Right.
Stop. You're losing some guy that you were sending pictures of your boobs to.
Yes, you're losing some guy you like banged once awkwardly in Turkey.
Stop.
You didn't even eat turkey with him.
You didn't even eat turkey.
No.
There was no turkey dinner. There was no turkey sandwich.
No, there was no turkey involved. How could you call this love?
This isn't love. This isn't turkey and turkey.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
He said that maybe they need space. LOL, Caleb. At the end of the day, he still is a man, which is very funny.
Yes.
So she said that she gets some assistance at the airport. They're going to help her. And then they say goodbye. And he said to her, well, you have to make sure you don't disappear on me.
And she's like, I can't promise that.
Okay. Well, listen, Alina, I know you're trying to be like super romantic. But also, Caleb, you don't even mean that.
You don't mean that, but I think he's just trying to
soften the blow
at the end.
Yeah, but also
because it hurts her more than him.
Understood, but she's forcing it so much that is such a turnoff.
Well, that's the thing. I think if it wasn't forced, maybe things. I don't know if they'd wind up together, but maybe it'd be a little harder for him too.
Yeah, but
maybe he would have liked her a little.
Maybe you could have enjoyed your time instead of interrogating him at every meal.
That's what I mean, right?
No wonder he.
Yeah, and next time, don't bring Elijah as a chaperone. Jeez. Bring your other bandmate.
Okay, so now looking back on this entire relationship, I wanted to like her. We all wanted to like her.
Yes.
But I think that we did something that a lot of these couples do in this show, and we ignored red flags.
Did we though?
Yes, I think we did, Noelle. I think that in the first episode, we saw her band perform and we said, oh, that's unfortunate, but maybe she's a good person, instead of saying like, no.
Bad people can't possibly make songs about their V having Wi-Fi.
Right. Like we didn't realize that we should have really abandoned ship and not liked her from the beginning. We had
very true.
We didn't trust our intuition.
We didn't trust our gut on this.
We didn't. And now here we are. Speaking of guts, let's talk about Hamza and Memphis.
Yuck.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Me sleepy. Me drink too much.
Me tired.
Me cookie.
Gross.
You think it was the extra vodka she asked?
Oh God. Yeah. I hope it was.
Quote, late, no early. Quote, me hungry.
In the confessional, she looks pregnant.
Really?
Yeah, in her face.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Do you know Cookie Monster, right?
Yes, of course. C is for Cookie.
Yeah, he definitely,
that's the way she talks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was Elmo.
So yeah, you're right.
So here is a quote that I found from Cookie Monster.
Okay, let's hear it.
Okay, so how about we play this? So I'm going to tell you a quote from Cookie Monster. All right. Sometimes me think what is love? And then me think love is what last cookie is for. Me give up the last cookie for you. So now I'm going to say another quote, and I want you to tell me, is this Memphis or is this Cookie Monster? Okay. Me hungry.
Cookie Monster.
Nope, that is Memphis. Okay. Sometimes me think, what is friend? And then you see what I'm saying though?
Yeah, they speak exactly the same. Why though? Why does she keep saying me?
I don't know. Like,
poor guy is never going to learn correct English.
Of course he doesn't. Now he speaks broken English, but I think that maybe he spoke non-broken English before he met her. He was probably like, I thought I was speaking English this whole time. It turns out no.
Right.
So she said that she needs to eat, she needs chicken, fish, and steak.
Okay. This is why you have the runs when you're there. This is why he has to listen to you poop.
Oh, poop now. Yeah. Me stomach poop.
Yuck.
Was that Cookie Monster or Memphis?
Cookie Monster.
So then he gets some kind of like sausage.
Right.
And she's like, you're trying to make me fat. And he says, fat boobies.
And she has two full-on fish.
What's going on over here?
I don't know. She has a plate of fish and French fries, is it?
I don't know. So she starts talking about the prenup.
Right.
And she said that she wants to protect her kids. And then she says, quote, no sign, no marriage.
I hate the way she speaks.
He said that he's never heard of this prenup.
Right. They don't have them where he's from.
And then she's like, do you have savings or are you just broke? Those are the two options. Okay. But also, I'm going to tell you something, Memphis. You know the answer to that.
But that's what I mean. Why are we doing this?
Yes, we go to embassy. Was that Cookie Monster or Memphis?
I'm going to go with Memphis this time.
Yeah, that was Memphis.
Okay.
Her accent is getting very heavy.
I know it is.
I don't know what the accent is, but it's heavy.
She's turning into like Borat. She really is. It's like, what is this? Nobody talks like this except you.
She's like, we are going to embassy so I could be your wife.
Oh, man.
Okay, so she goes to the embassy and this is what she says when she gets there. I have an appointment at 2 for marriage.
Right. What does that mean?
I think at the American embassy, they might even speak English.
I'm thinking so.
Okay. So an hour later, she comes out. It's the whining for me.
Yeah. You think?
The whining is, I have an appointment at 2 for marriage.
And he's starting to get mad about it.
Prenup. Now, I don't think that she's wrong for having a prenup. I think she's wrong for wanting to marry a stranger that she has no connection with.
Yes, agreed.
I think it's wrong.
They have no connection.
But Noelle. She has children. What's wrong with her?
I don't know.
Go home.
That's the thing. What are you doing?
Go home.
Yeah, what are you doing? Why are you here? Why are you doing this?
He has no money.
Duh.
And she's like, well, when you come to the United States, it's going to be 50-50.
Oh, God.
Bad news. I have bad news for you, Memphis.
Not going to be.
When he comes to the United States, he's not going to work yet.
Right. He's not going to be able to work for like 6 months, right?
And then he has no savings.
Yeah.
And you're financially responsible for him.
So for 10 years.
I love the delusion. Don't get me wrong. It's really great.
Here's the thing that gets me. All of these people on this show want to bring everybody, to America, wherever they're from. They want to marry them. Do they actually think they're going to be with this person in 10 years? They're 10 years financially responsible for them. Can they look and think?
Guess what? I don't want to be financially responsible for anyone ever. Even if I'm with them for 10, 20, 30, 40, it's 50, 60 years. I don't care how long I'm going to be with you for.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't want to be responsible for you financially. This is such a forced interaction. And I'm tired of watching forced interactions. Also, this is not before the 90 days.
This is not before the 90 days.
This is people I've met online.
Right. This is, let's see if I like you.
Before the 90 days means that you've applied, you're waiting. You need to see if you've been approved.
Caleb and Alina went on a few dates. That's it.
We watched them. This is Love Connection.
Yeah. This
and
is
guess
not
what?
Before the 90 days.
Chuck Woolery offered them a second date. He denied it. And that's what happened.
It's so crazy because it's like, what are we doing here?
Stop.
Yeah. What is this?
It's not good. That's what it is. It's not good. TLC, you're listening. The production company, you're listening. Can we just keep with the actual title of the show?
Can we get couples that have, I don't know, applied for the visa? Nobody has said the word visa.
No one even talked. The only person that said visa was that Mike said, but he's going to go back to Colombia. He's going to marry Jimena and he's going to apply for a spousal visa.
Yeah. That's it.
That's not
there was no talk of Gino and Jasmine.
That's
right. It's not even a K1. Right.
Guys, focus.
Yeah, focus. I want to see what happens next week when Mike goes back to see what's wrong with
Mike,
Jimena.
In the coming attractions, Mike comes back and he is like, Jimena, I'm here, because he says that she's not really being responsive to him.
Yeah.
Then we see Jasmine de-hats Gino.
I can't wait. She de-hats him. I can't wait.
Very good.
I can't wait.
There seems to be
Ella's going to be back.
Okay. Ella's going to be back. And if you watch the coming attractions, she's like, I'm not going to wait for you. I'm going to date other people. And then Johnny's like, oh, I have to tell you, Johnny.
Yeah.
I think you're safe.
I think you're safe. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think you're going to be safe. And he's telling his friend, like, she's going to date other people. And his friend's like, okay.
Then Kimberly says, I'm not going to, beg someone to have sex with me.
Literally, I watched you.
This keeps happening.
I watched you every episode.
Me too. Every episode.
Okay. But I did see Kimberly posted something on Instagram that kind of like made me sad for her.
After last week's episode?
Yeah. She said that people were like attacking her in her DMs for like, can we stop trolling
like
the
body
cast?
Shaming and stuff? If you guys want to see that post, go to our Instagram. I posted
Go to our Instagram. It's 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Stop trolling the cast. Stop reaching out to them, contacting them, and telling them how you feel about them. It's absolutely
very
awful.
Weird.
Who are you?
Like, listen, I know that, like, okay, on Teen Mom, sure, you like harass Amber a little bit, Brie or Feta, which is very funny. Sound off in the comments.
Listen, did I tell Amber how I feel about her?
But that's what I'm saying. Are you DMing her talking about you're a bad mom? No, who does that? Stop
talking to these people like you know them. I never speak to them like I know them.
Not to be a dick, but if you're proud to be blocked by a quote unquote celebrity, like, you're lame.
Stop. Unless they're blocking you for something that you said not about them.
Yeah, of course. Or like they just didn't like a post that you whatever.
Stop.
But if you're DMing them of nasty things or commenting nasty things and they block you, good for you. And you should be ashamed of that.
Good for them.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yep.
I agree with you, Noelle. You are amazing. And that's why everyone's going to go follow you at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And you can follow me at Trixie2Zini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And also there's a ton of information over at TracyCarnazzo.com.
Tracy's doing the stuff.
I'm doing a lot of stuff, and I'm going to be starting my Bite journey. So if you guys are interested in biteme.com, use code Tracy19 for a kit for $19.99, and you get $200 off of your treatment plan.
It's amazing.
TracyCarnazzo.com. I'm on Cameo. We do all the stuff. We have tons of merch for sale. Go over there and make sure you follow the podcast at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Leave us a 5-star rating, an amazing review. And also, a lot of people have brought to our attention that they haven't been getting alerts for the podcast.
Yeah.
We're there every single Monday without fail. Also, patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.